This is a quick early reaction to The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This movie stars Rachel Zegler, and she is a character named Lucy Gray, who represents her district in one of the early Hunger Games. And it should be noted that this movie is effectively, it's a prequel to the Hunger Games films starring Jennifer Lawrence. This happens in the early Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is something that was started by the government as a distraction for this dystopian world that exists in that present day. But here's what you will find that's interesting. Rachel Zegler's character, Lucy Gray, is not the main character. She is not the protagonist of this story. A young President Snow, played by Tom Blythe, is the lead character of this film. It's 2.5 hours broken into 3 parts, and it's the story of how President Snow went down a dark path. It is, and it could be compared to the descent of Anakin Skywalker from a virtuous Jedi Knight to an evil Dark Lord. This is the story of President Snow's descent into that. I saw an early screening of The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and the person I saw it with had read the book, and it is apparently very accurate to the book. Lucy Gray is a big part of it, but what you come to find out is she's a complete fraud. Minor spoiler here, Snow, as a young man, helped her cheat in the Hunger Games. It ends up tying directly into, it doesn't lead directly necessarily to the Hunger Games films with Jennifer Lawrence, but you do have a better understanding of President Snow. I'll say for most of the film, I was kind of bored, and the Hunger Games is I have to give them a little bit of credit. It's a less sophisticated version of the Hunger Games as portrayed in the Jennifer Lawrence movies. They're actually still trying to figure out how the game should work and what the rules are. Viola Davis plays a character. She plays this doctor who is, first of all, Viola Davis is a really phenomenal actress. She is terrible in this movie. She might be one of the worst things about it. She basically is a villain with mustache twirling. She may as well have been doing that. She has this like evil laugh. I mean, you could tell she was having fun, but it's such an over-the-top performance. It stands out when everyone else in the movie is acting in a very realistic way, including Peter Dinklage's character as well. But as a descent into an evil person, that's where the movie really works. So I don't know that I would 100% recommend the film. I'm interested to hear what you have to say, Alan. I would probably give this something like a 5 or a 6, but the last third of the movie, where you see the turn of Snow and you see the roots of why he is so cold and evil, I thought that was well handled. So it's like 1/3 of a decent movie, and the rest of it is, I wish had been better. But it's funny because the way they're promoting this movie is that Rachel Zegler is the star, and she is technically not the star. This is not her story. It's the story of President Snow. So wait, could you do that again, Alan?
Weird.
So my overall impression is mixed review from me, mixed to negative. With the last third does bring it home, but it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Funny thing is, they finished the first Hunger Game. The Hunger Game that's in the movie is the middle third of the movie, and then there's no Hunger Game, and you're like, where is the rest of the story going? I feel like this whole film would have been stronger had they edited it down to 2 hours. Again, it's my almost like default reaction to any movie north of 2 hours, but it's going to be interesting to see how they sell it. They're selling this as Rachel Zegler, the star. She is not the star of this movie. It's Tom Blythe, as portraying Snow. Let's go to your final. And so look, mixed reaction and mixed from me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not excited to see this one. And I may not see this one.
You have to see it, Alan. It's the big
I have
movie
to, really?
Well, we have a lot of movies.
Are we gonna? I mean, I mean, look, I'll see it if you think we're gonna have a good conversation about it.
We are going to have a good conversation.
Yeah,
We're
I
going
think
to
you're
have
just
a
saying that.
great
I
conversation.
think you're just saying that.
Am I just saying it? I am
No,
not, Alan.
I have zero desire to see this movie.
All right. Let's see. Quick comment here. She's AOC representing her district. And the emoji of crying with laughter says MK Solid 82. She could totally play AOC in a movie. She is the thing they both have in common is being insufferable.